For the longest time, like I made too many figures with penises until my wife was like, "You've made too many," and so yeah, I mean, I stopped now, but like,
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Doug from DKE Toys and welcome to DKE Toys TV.
Hey! It's been a while. I haven't interrupted you in like a month.
With our co-host Janky, also Janky Toys, Chris Ryder, and Scott Cherry, Barbarian Rage. And today's special guest is Sadat Haroon from King Spider Toys.
hey everyone,
What's up, dude?
well, not too much, man. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for taking the time. We're always so appreciative when people, like always contact people like, hey, you want to be on the show? And I'm always like, maybe I don't want to be on the show. And then they're always like, yeah, dude, I want to be on the show. So I really appreciate it. I do have a list of people who like have said no. And that list is, every once in a while I add a name to it. It's like, this person, but whatever.
And on the last episode of DKE Toys TV, we will share that list.
Wow. On the
We'll just
very
out them
last
all.
one.
As artists, we're sometimes like, sheltered and don't like explaining ourselves, so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, but it's not like a hot seat where it's like, explain yourself.
Defend your nugget, Godzilla.
Defend this piece of artwork. Defend your toy.
I think the people who don't want to be on the show have just either like extreme like stage fright, like they just don't like, or there's a couple of people who don't want to be seen, right? And then there's other people who just think the show is beneath them.
They don't need
Well, I think that, but I still show up.
I set myself up for that one. Anyway, Sadat, for people who don't know who you are, tell us about yourself, what you do.
All right, well, my name is Sadat. I'm an artist that goes by the name King Spider Toys. I've been doing art for like most of my life. I focus mostly on like sculpting and like drawing, and then like around like 7 years ago, I discovered the scene and just got into it, and haven't like looked back. Just been doing it since.
Nice. And what was the first thing you saw that kind of like drew you to the medium?
So there's an artist called Wizard Skull. He's like a graphic artist, and I was following him on Instagram. And one day he like posted a picture from a show he did where he did a collab with Sucklord, where he did like his
The Ronald
his
McDonald, yes.
yeah, his Ronald McDonald character. And I like it like blew my mind that like this actually became a figure. And I just like first I like started looking for it, and like obviously it was like I think a rare piece, so I was never able to get it. And I just like kind of went down the rabbit hole and discovered all these artists, discovered you, like as the guy that sells the action figures for most of these artists, and yeah, just kind of got into it.
Nice. That Wizard Skull piece, that was I think the Sucklord made those for him, and they're on like wood panels, and he went to McDonald's and got like cheeseburger wrappers.
Genius.
And like
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying to copy that myself for like a piece, but like with like A&W and like Harvey's and stuff like that. So, like that was
Whataburger.
yeah, just all the different brands, like their plastics.
And you are in Canada, correct?
Yeah.
And so what is your, I mean, there's obviously, we deal with artists from all over the world, but Canada is like an interesting scene. Like what's your opinion of like the Canadian scene?
As far as I know, it's pretty small right now. Like,
Mhm.
and it seems to be mostly based in like the East. So like Yoyodyne and all those guys, like Lad Monkey, like they're all
Mhm.
based in the East. But for some reason, like you're in I'm like on the west side of like Canada, and I haven't really discovered too many people on this side right now. But it's small. I
Is
think
there
it's
a
small.
Canadian East Side, West Side? Like
I was gonna say,
I was just
Canadian
gonna say
toy
that. Like Canadian toy beef.
warfare.
Like wow.
Well, we're more like well, I mean the province I'm in, we're like considered like Canadian Texas.
Wow. Where are you for the record?
Like Mountain Time, so like right next to on the West Coast, like there's BC and then us in Alberta.
Alberta. Got it.
So
Very
does that
cool.
mean you're like slightly less polite than the rest of the country, or
Yeah.
slightly more polite than the rest of the country?
Less polite. Less polite.
He said Texas, Janky.
That-
Texas.
I know.
Yeah. We
Look,
have all the oil and gas, so
Ah,
we're pretty cocky.
wow.
On sale now.
We do have a couple figures in stock that I just wanted to show people from your Billionaire Galactic War.
That was a
this
fun series to work on.
This was a fantastic series. Here is
A war that continues through today.
yeah.
way too close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is Lord Emperor Bezo. This is fantastic. It's an edition of 20. They're on the site now, DKEToys.com. They're $50. And look at this art on the back. Do you do all the card art yourself?
Yeah, that one, yeah, amateur Photoshop work.
It
Best
really
kind of
has an 80s sci-fi vibe. It's really fantastic.
I was inspired by like the Star Trek figures, like their packaging,
Uh-huh.
the old school like Star Trek figures.
And here is Elon Musk version 04.25. There's the back right here. And I think one of them is almost gone. I think there's might only be like two.
I think it's
of one of them.
yeah, it's probably Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. And these did, every time we took them to conventions, they really did well.
A lot of double takes, like
A lot of people walking by and then are like, which one's this? This is Meta Prime, formerly Mark Zuckerberg. Is this, did you use is that like the little thing from Tron
Yeah.
right there? It's fantastic. And then here's the back.
Whoever owns all three figures, the backs all connect to make a picture. So.
ooh, triptych.
Oh, let's see here. Look at that.
It's gonna
I
be
never
revealed.
knew.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sometimes better than others with the cutting everything out. They kind of
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
the bleed. And,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Fantastic. Kind of surprised you never did a Donald Trump, but
he's in the works.
he's
I
not
actually
a
have them
billion-
all casted. I just haven't painted them yet.
Can't bring myself.
Yeah, I ran out of orange paint.
Ian said he's not a billionaire. I don't know.
Yeah,
but-
he's
That's true.
he's bankrupt.
You can do billionaire on paper
Yeah.
wars.
But I think I personally own a lot of your work, and I didn't bring it all out for the show because we're doing
Thank
a
you,
show.
Bill. Thank you.
We want to sell stuff, but let's just talk about my favorite series here. This is Grand Sultan Vuder. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Wooder. Yeah.
Vuder. I don't have the accent. I'm sorry. Edition of 20. These are, how much are these? They're $80. And can you talk
Yeah.
about how you came up with these?
Yeah, just one day I was, like at a museum and I was looking at like old, Arabic Ottoman art. And I kind of liked all the, the garments and designs and I think I tested you one time and I'm like, has anybody ever done like a, like Turkish Darth Vader or like Arabic Darth Vader? And you're like, no, not that I know of. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go with it.
Like,
I mean,
Turkish Star Wars is a thing, though.
There
It is,
is
yes.
Turkish Star
Yes.
Wars, but it's not like Turkish culture. It's just a bootleg
Yeah,
from
right.
Turkey.
From
So
Turkey.
Yeah,
It's-
the
it's
idea I
not-
came up with in my head is a little bit more serious and a lot of people die in my story.
But I mean, that's part of why I love this series. I mean, we're only 2 figures in, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. I mean,
Oh, thank you, man.
I've gone on about it way more than I need to on every time we premiere a new figure, but like you went so deep on it that it feels like
it's
a
really
genuine, like bootleg, culturally, rooted parody. I don't know, like it's yeah.
but
Yeah,
also,
thank you. I mean, like basically
also-
what I was doing
sorry.
was I created the figure and then using the card art and the actual cards, you kind of get a sense of what the story is kind of
Yeah.
is what I was kind of going for.
But also the amount of time that you spent digitally creating the other characters on the back.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's
I
not
had
like
to do that.
I mean, that's that attention to detail. And then, of course, here's a little ad for the cards.
The cards.
I mean, the cards, because I'm sort of a card freak, but every time I get a chance, I show off these cards because they're just so fantastic. And I have such nostalgia for these kinds of.
Oh yeah, like when I was playing around with the AI, I'm like, I got to do something with it fun, and yeah, doing the cards and the card backs is kind of what I came up with.
I mean, if you stop making the figures, please keep making the trading cards because, like, they're so good.
Thank you. I have the cards ready for like the last figure in the set, and that should kind of like complete the story. And
are you allowed to say what the last one's going to be? Or are we not announcing that yet?
Well, I mean, like, it's basically it's my interpretation of the Royal Guard is what I'll say.
Got it. Well, I was going to say I was jumping ahead. Let's talk about the second figure.
Yeah.
This one is Baku Fett, which is really just really fantastic. And again, the figures on the back, which you even expanded even more. And obviously, I was pushing for like, look at the
Cantina aliens, yeah.
And the hammerhead. And then there's the little snaggletooth guy right there. Who are we missing?
Is his name Snuggle?
Oh, like Ponda Baba's there too.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah.
So really,
I mean, my
fantastic.
goal was to try to make like all like 96 figures, but then I just kind of cut it down.
I mean, that's a lot of work.
Just to create them digitally.
Yeah.
And give them names.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
That could be its own card set right there.
Yeah, I was thinking of like maybe doing like a card set of just like fake card backs with the pictures on them kind of thing.
And I just love this is the 9 cards that come with the Baku Fett. It just I don't know, these old Topps designs just.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on that kind of stuff, so
yeah,
I had to go with that.
Yeah.
Really fantastic. And then you could really go down a rabbit hole. You could sort of like recreate the Star Wars movie posters in this universe.
And then he'll do special editions where he's recreating the recreation.
Oh no.
I mean, like I had this goal. I mean, I had this idea where I was gonna go to a thrift store and buy a bunch of like really cheap like vehicles, like 3 3/4 inch vehicles, kind of paint them up and then make them like my own like my Arab Star Wars, like mini rigs and put them in packages.
Wow.
But then, too much work.
Then life happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you realize you have a life.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at how much work that you've done already, because there's so many people that do this. They'll make one toy and then they go, I'm going to make the whole set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make, I'm going to make all 96 figures and the trading cards and stuff. And it's like, and then a year goes by and they're like, nah, I just made the one.
I'm out.
I just did the one,
I have a personal series that I'm working on that I kind of like. It's like a slow go. Like I do like maybe like 2 figures a year kind of thing on it, but I'm eventually going to get it done.
Nice. So you mentioned there's other art that you do. What else do you do? Like you were doing...
I mean, like I don't do so much anymore, but I used to like draw a comic based on my life.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, like I lived a while. I don't know a wild life, but I did like lots of stupid shit when I was in my 20s, and I'm like,
now
this could be a fun.
This interview is going to take a very different direction. Let's dig into
this. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like you've had some crazier guests, so I'm not going to say that my life is crazy, but like I did some fun stuff in the 20s and decided to draw a comic based on that. And besides that, I also do like just like custom action figures. Sometimes I make movies, just all kind of stuff.
Wow.
Nice. Do you have any of that other work there?
Aren't you an architect as well?
Like a draftsman. So.
Oh, okay.
Drawing plans and maps.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the last time when you hopped on the call for it was during one of the live shows.
Yeah.
Like you were at work and
You're
you're like
slacking at work.
yeah. It's like I got to do this quick before my boss comes in.
Yeah, I definitely had to be quiet, like with what I was saying, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, then you closed it out with premiering your new figure, and we're all like, "Oh, what's this going to be?" And it was just the wad of gum sculpted.
I call him Gumlar. That's what he's gonna.
That's awesome. Do any of the other people at work know that you create action figures?
Yeah, I have one person, yeah, that knows. They follow me on Instagram, so
One
They read
person.
his comic book.
Wow, I think I need to read this comic book.
Yeah.
I mean,
me
like,
too.
by today's standards, they're pretty crude, but like not very well done. But yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. I was like, like it was a weekend. I remembered a funny time that happened, and just decided to draw a comic on it.
Wow. I do not have that skill, unfortunately. Or maybe very fortunate.
It's my work, so it's not going to be very good. I'm not like a professional painter, so.
But look, you get paid for your artwork. People buy your stuff. Doesn't that by definition make you a professional artist?
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't have to pay all your bills with it to be a professional.
You follow Justin Bua on Instagram?
I don't know who that is.
Never mind.
Right. Cut that out.
No, I don't think so.
Well-known artist, pretty successful. But lately he's just been posting anything he thinks is crazy in the art world and not calling it not art. So there's like people in the Museum of Modern Art and they're like standing there under like a pile of books and the books fall or whatever. And then, and he's like, this is not art. And then there's someone else who's like,
I think I've seen a couple of his videos. Yeah.
Yeah, someone is like swinging some like towel with like pens on it and creating a design, and he's like, this is not art. And he's like, if you don't suffer, then you're not an artist. And it's like,
but how does he know that they didn't suffer for that?
It's just
see, the thing about stuff like that, I go, that's not for me. But then as soon as someone goes, that's not art, this is bull crap, I go,
yeah.
Now,
I think if you could explain what you did, that makes you an artist.
Your anger at this makes me like it. Like I wouldn't have liked it unless it didn't piss you off. Now I like it.
I think it's more that it's coming from an established artist for me, who is calling other people who are trying whatever they're trying that it's not art. And then I think that just, I mean, of course it's art. It might not be, like you said, your taste. It might be bad art.
Not for you.
Not for you. But to go on Instagram, for successful artists to go on and criticize other people. I mean, a lot of the criticism is levied sort of at like these institutions that are paying millions of dollars for these things.
Oh yeah.
And I could see how that could rub people the wrong way, because there are a lot of working artists. Every time a painting sells for $100 million, and they just think like, there's so many working artists that could use that money, and there's always just someone, some group, some investor, some billionaire that's just buying a painting for a crazy amount of money. And
but then the art is actually the marketing of the thing.
Yes,
it always is.
So I mean,
it's right. And
I try not to get upset with that stuff or count other people's money or when they say $100 million.
And sometimes there's sort of a subtle genius, like the banana taped to the wall that everybody talks about. But what I think is brilliant is it's not the banana taped to the wall wasn't the piece of art. The piece of art is the instruction manual for how to tape the banana to the wall. That in my
I didn't even know there was a
when they bought the
oh
piece,
my god,
they got instructions, and that is the art. That's the thing. Like the instructions to make this thing, to me, that was the piece of art.
But it was also this ridiculous thing where it was however much it was, $500,000 or whatever,
like 100,000
or whatever. Yeah, but you know what? That it happened at Art. Is it Art Basel or Basel? Whatever. It happened at Art Basel. It's the biggest art fair in the world every year, and whoever bought that bought the most famous piece of art. And we're still talking about it now, and
Right.
it was 6 or 7 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Except if they have it in like a little glass case, it's all moldy and gross now.
But
They replaced it because
the art,
instructions are the art.
there was a performance artist that came by and ate it.
And ate it. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then that was his art.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Well,
I'm not defending it so much, but I do think there's interesting things sometimes you can, but sometimes it is just like, yeah, I've got a paint can and it swings around and drops paint, and
I mean, maybe you don't care for that, but I mean,
Yeah.
how many people don't care for what we're into?
everybody.
Right?
A
I mean,
lot
it's
of
like,
people, a lot of fucking people.
So it's like, I mean, 99.999% of the world thinks that this is nothing, right? So
Yeah.
like, it's like the people who watch this show think it's cool and that's what they collect. But this is like, as I always say, this is like a niche of a niche of a niche, right? It's like, there's like toy collecting, and then there's like art toy collecting, and then there's this niche of art toy collecting that sort of curves back around to like the other action figure collecting. It's just, that's like all of Sadat's editions here are 20 pieces. When 20 pieces sell out, everyone's like, yeah, you're the man, it's like, for the woman. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not like 10,000.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Anyway.
Go watch that guy get pissed off at other people's artwork.
Yeah. I will provide the Instagram here.
But I mean, I will say one thing. There's an old saying that says you'll never be criticized by someone doing more than you. And for an established artist, and like I said, I don't know this guy. He's an established artist. He's successful. I mean, I would just focus on that.
Well, maybe what that saying is correct, because maybe these people are making more money than him, and maybe that's the thing, even if I don't know how much his paintings are, but let's say they're 10, 20, 50, $100,000. Like, these other people are selling, this art to, for millions of dollars maybe. And so I think probably what you're saying, Scott, is true. Like,
Yeah.
he's not criticizing people who make action figures. He's, criticizing institutions who, support these people who are making this weird performance art. Like,
Okay, I can get behind that. Fuck him.
oh,
Now he's going to do a video criticizing action figures. We're going to have to take all of this back. So.
Yeah.
Now it's time for What You Dove Buy.
Hey, dude, what'd you get?
all right. Well, I picked up a few things here that I thought I'd show off. Well, in one collection that I got some. I don't know if you guys know who Mitch O'Connell is. Is a
I love
Love
Mitch
Mitch
O'Connell.
fantastic artist, and if you follow his feed, every Sunday he posts after, and I don't know how he finds all this stuff, but like, just as a collector, I respect it. But he posts all of this like crazy shit that he finds at swap meets,
Yeah.
and they're always just like nude photos of people from like the 30s and 40s. It's just all like just weird. Anyway, so in this one collection, I got
It's
this
amazing the stuff that he finds.
I
Because
don't-
I would go broke. Like, if I found the stuff that he found, if we would be going to the same swap meetings, I would be going broke, because I would be like, I have to have all this junk.
I don't need another titty lamp, but I'm going to get another titty lamp.
but it's all this like inappropriate, like 50s, 60s, 70s, like, like bobbleheads,
gifts.
yeah, bobble boobs, or it's always like this sort of like sexually like inappropriate, like, it's like so kitschy cool. How he finds all of that stuff that week at the swap meet. I don't know, but I've seen pictures of his place too, and it is like wall to wall, like
I'm sure.
kind of insane. Anyway, so I got this collection, and in it were this box of toothpicks. And the toothpicks at the top of each toothpicks are like two people fucking. And he posted it recently on his Instagram, and I just
saw.
I had it, and I was like, hey, I just texted him like, hey Mitch, do you want this? And he's like, do I want it? You know, and he's like, of course I sent it to him. And so he just sent me a little like care package with his book. But then he sent me this, he did the illustration here. It's Divine Doggy Doo-Doo.
Nice.
It says it's
How has
filthy.
no one done that before?
I
can't believe that.
I don't know if he did it or if he if someone just hired him to do the illustrations.
The packaging.
It says copyright 1972 Naughty Novelties, which is fantastic. And then there's these photos of Divine, which
Oh man.
It's amazing.
I've only gagged 3 times in my whole movie going career. And 2 of them are John
Pink
Waters.
flamingos, yeah.
Yeah.
2 of
What
them
is the
are
third
pink
one?
flamingos. Yeah.
The third one is Peter Jackson, like Dead Alive, when they're eating the pudding and the ear fall. And then I just oh god, like but
have you ever seen the Greasy Strangler?
No. Do I need to?
You could add that to your list of gagging.
I don't think that it's something that I aspire to. Like, I think it has the 3 times has inadvertently happened, and I don't think I want it to happen again. The second time was Cereal Mom, when the family is sitting at the table eating the chicken, and they're just sucking on the bones, and they'll slurp, and they're like. And it's like, oh, and it just went on so long, and I was just like felt so sick to my stomach.
John Waters would probably have significant pride in hearing this conversation.
Of course.
On that note, I did go to the Academy Museum
cool.
over here on Wilshire and saw the John Waters exhibit.
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
I took my 10-year-old. So we had friends from out of town who were going to museums, and then
I couldn't find a sitter.
And then I asked them, like at the front door, like, can a kid go see this? And they're like, well, and then he had fun reading the sign as you walk in, and I wish I had a photo of it, but it's like contains vomiting and this and that and this, and it's like it was just this like laundry list of stuff. Most of it were clips of movies that were playing, and so I just said, hey, we're not going to stop and watch the movies. You can watch these when you're older. And then I had to explain the concept of, you know, sort of like gross out cinema, and like
Right.
Divine like eating dog poop, and like he's like, what? And I'm like, I said, and Divine's also not alive anymore. So, you know, it's just
Oscar worthy performance right there.
dude, it's legendary shit. I got this collection the other day. We went to this dealer who called it quits. We went to his garage, we brought a truck and just cleared everything out. There were some comic books, and then what year did this come out? Like this was 1988. So I was 15. And this is this, you remember this comic? Samurai.
No.
Well, I bought
No.
this when I was 15. I think I had all the issues when, you know, Ninja comics and stuff were so amazing. And I remember the guy that I worked for, a buddy of mine, at the comic book shop. And I was like, this is really great. And it's totally in this like Frank Miller style. And he's like, you know, he looked at me, he said, of course it's great. There's a crotch shot on every page. And
Jeez. You're not kidding.
Wow.
Like every page. And then before the show started, I was like looking on eBay. It's like, how do I get a complete run of Samurai? Like, it was just fantastic. I mean, totally what you would wear if you were like some, you know, ninja
It's very
It's
action appropriate.
action appropriate. Like when I was 15, you could see like why this totally look. I mean, this like they did like what's that James Bond looking through the legs of it. Was that Dr. No or Goldfinger? One of
Goldfinger,
those.
I think.
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
You know, just always. Anyway, there you go, Samurai.
You
Okay.
can put that next to your copy of the incredible AOC with
Right.
her butt popping out.
Fantastic. Okay. The thing, and the funny thing is that when I asked Sadat if he would be on the show, I had to just make sure, like, is it okay if I review this on the show? Because, well, and I don't know what's weirder, that they made it or that I actually bought it. But, this is the 15-inch Dark Side Darth Invader.
Amazing.
It says the Empire Strikes Butt.
Get
Read the back.
fuck out of here.
Oh, more machine now than man.
May the force be in you.
What the
15 extraterrestrial inches and full of 14.5 inches insertable. Strong suction cup for hands solo action. Ergonomically designed to use. Oh my goodness.
Read the back.
Oh, read the back. I'll read you the back. Here's back here. In a galaxy a million miles from Earth is your ass, and your ass is hungry for a dildo like Darth. Let its 15 inches fill you with a force unlike anything you've ever felt. With a fully insertable 14.5 and a nice 4-inch diameter at its widest point, it's a challenge you can handle, especially given its ergonomic design of gradual slopes and curves. The planets are aligned. Don't be a rookie Wookie. Grab this big boy today.
Wow.
Wow.
So
this is the reason we're not allowed to go to Celebration, Dove.
Right. So
you have to show it.
I'm gonna have to blur so much of this episode.
It's Darth Vader.
It was packaged fresh.
Darth Invader.
So I emailed the company and I asked them if I could just buy flat boxes, because I kind of felt like I think they retail for $100. I think I got this on eBay for $75. I feel like most Star Wars collectors probably don't want to buy this for that price, but I figured if I could sell a box for like $20, like that would be kind of fun gag gift, right? Because it just at some point it's too expensive for. And then as a collector, I think like long term, like what's going to happen to this thing like 20 years from now? Like, is it going to still?
When your poor daughter has to sell off your collection.
Oh boy. Can't get it out.
Wow.
That's what she said.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Boing. Look at this.
That's kind of incredible.
It looks like his helmet is on backwards.
Detailing on it. This looks like a Victor's vintage piece. Like it just giant.
Like the sculpting work is actually really impressive.
Really good.
So, in Googling this and trying to find it, I went down this rabbit hole, and there's a whole line of other sold out things in the world. There was like a Death Star ball gag and a
C-3PO butt plug.
Yeah, I mean, there's like some companies sort of went nuts, but
wow,
yeah.
There's a Han and Carbonite. I'll let you figure out what that's for.
Which one, Ian?
There's a Han and Carbonite.
Should I take this out of the shot? Are you gonna have to blur this whole thing like the whole time?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research. I may just have to. I'm just gonna. If anything, I'll just blur the head.
Yeah.
That thing weighs like 2 pounds too. It's heavy as hell.
I mean, good lord.
So Ian, in doing his research at work,
My search history is fucked.
found us. So let's see, where does this
Wow.
unleash your inner Sith
Your
Lord?
turn.
As a devoted fan of both fantasy and pleasure, I was ecstatic to discover Icon Brand's latest creation, the Darth Invader. This novel masterpiece is not just a toy; it's an experience that transcends the ordinary.
I mean, the crazy thing is, you put that on your shelf, and no one's gonna think it's a dildo. I mean, it doesn't look from a distance; it just looks like a weird bootleg Darth Vader toy.
Yeah.
And then you get up and see its veiny power.
Does it have veins?
Oh yeah, it looked like it, I think, from the picture on the box.
Yeah, they're like. Anyway, so DKE has sunk to a new low.
You thought the wigs were bad.
But for me, it's really the box. I mean, like
the box is
this has been sitting out on the desk here for like 2 weeks, and people walk in the room and they're just like, "What?" It says Darth Vader is a parody product. It is not sponsored, endorsed, or affiliated with Lucasfilm, the Walt Disney Company, or any person or entity owning the rights to the characters or work parodied herein.
Yeah, we're protected. It's parody.
Sadat, you've got a pretty extensive collection behind you, segueing from dildos. What kind of stuff do you collect?
Way to save the show, Janky. Way to save the show.
My role is supervising producers to throw a lifeline every once in a while.
We're just floundering. It's amazing.
It would have been great if you're like, vintage sex toys. That's what I collect. And...
I have an art figure, an art toy that's kind of similar to that. It's called Ghost Penis. So it's a ghost of a penis.
Oh, I thought it was like a Bill Cosby, a ghost dad.
Oh God!
Ian just said, "Whip it out."
Let's see it. Come on.
We're going to hell.
Yeah.
I think I've got a Victor's vintage penis around here somewhere.
Ghost dick shaving soap.
Where is it?
Ghost dick. It's amazing. We're gonna get canceled.
Well,
wow.
I was gonna say that's the stuff that Mitch O'Connell posts, because it's all of these like adult gag gifs where it's like that, where it's like something printed on the box and then you open it and it's like a penis or boobs or
Bobble Boobs. I mean, I have a vivid childhood memory of walking into someone's house and in the living room was one of those guys with a barrel, and I didn't know what it was, and I pulled off the barrel and the dick is on a spring. Very vivid. Like
I got a Star Wars one of those at Decon.
No way.
Totally. There was a guy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There's a the guy told me the whole story, what country they come from, what the lore is, and then he started making like pop culture characters, and you just pull the barrel off and it's like doing.
Is that from the Dominican Republic?
I don't know. We'll find out in a moment.
Ian's going to the box labeled dongs, and
I am saving toys for a inappropriate show.
Oh yeah.
Some of them I look at, I'm like, maybe. I mean, this. I mean, this is. I don't know how inappropriate a Darth Invader is. I mean, obviously it exists in the world, and some people.
I think it's highly inappropriate, to tell you the truth.
Fuck. But it's funny how like the younger generation do not like inappropriate things are not funny. Do you know what I mean? Like
just because they don't like it doesn't mean it's not funny.
Well, I'm just saying like Gen X humor is sort of like doesn't give a shit. Even brands like Garbage Pail Kids and like only people with gray hair buy that stuff.
Yeah.
Like kids don't look at that and think
well, but then there's like a whole aisle in Target of like poop toys and grossed out bugs, and Yeah, you know, they've got to be selling to some because they keep making these like it's a toilet and there's different poops with faces and you collect all your poops.
I think poop is the exception.
We draw the line after poop.
Anyway, Sadat, can you tell us more about the stuff you collect?
Yeah, I can't find it.
All right, we'll have to show it on another show. But so there's that.
I'm not sure how we recover from this. I'm trying to mentally edit the show in my head, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is gonna be a thing."
I think it just cuts like boom,
Yeah,
credits. And that's it. I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, Sadat, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Janky, Scott, really appreciate it. Sadat, tell people where they can find you and all your.
You can find me on Instagram at King Spider Toys. I also have a second page where I take some of my Marvel figures and I recreate comic covers, and that page is called Captain Trips Arts.
Nice.
Awesome.
If you're into that kind of thing, you can check that out too.
Captain Trips, I'm gonna follow today.
It's 2 P's in the Trips.
All right, everyone. If you place an order on DKEToys.com and put DKE Toys TV in the notes section, we will give you a free Invisible Sucklord. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at DKE Toys. Subscribe here on YouTube at DKE Toys. If you're happy with us, please leave a Google review for DKE Toys. And if you're not happy with us, then just turn it off and go away. That's
go sit on a Darth Invader.
If you need to talk to me,
Without lube.
if you need to get in touch with me, dketoys@gmail.com. If you have any comments that need to be read on the show or anything you want to know, dketoystv@gmail.com. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Sadat, thank you again.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
They fresh cheese bags?
Hey.
Bobble Boobs.